Hi, it's another week here at Fabric Utopia, and I can't believe it, but we're in June already, which means the whole shop hop is more than half over. And last weekend was the how shop hop works is each region in the shop hop will have one Sunday open, and last Sunday was our time to be open, and it went pretty well. We saw a fair amount of people. In fact, some of the people were saying, well, they wish we were open on Sunday. That is something we're evaluating. If that's something you think we should do, then drop us a line and tell us. And like I said, we're evaluating it right now, what we're going to do, not sure what. All right, the backdrop behind me is coral reef. It's a sneak peek for next week, and it rhymes. And that's all I'm going to say. So if you want to hear more about it, you'll see this as the backdrop next week, and then we'll talk about it. All right, for this week's selections and quilt kits, it's going to be bagged tomorrow, so all I have is the sheet of paper that goes in there. This is Bigfoot Country, and you'll never guess what it's about. It's about Bigfoot with a panel. The main panel is like Bigfoot in the dark. It also has a block panel in it. And all of these quilt kits I'm going to talk about today are relatively small quilt kits. They're more like throw quilts, so they're all kind of similar in size. And in Bigfoot Country, actually, if you didn't like the pattern we've kitted, there's actually a couple free patterns that you'll find on our website.
I think you have that pattern upside down. Turn it the other way. I mean, pretty much.
I can't see that.
Pretty much it's the same thing, except Bigfoot was upside down.
Well, see, I can't see through the paper, so I couldn't tell that.
Yeah. I didn't notice it till halfway through.
All right, next up is Mousin, which is a kind of a religious themed quilt kit. Has a cross in it, a lot of like stained glass kind of themed fabrics. This is by Northcott. It's another smaller quilt kit, like I said earlier. And then finally, for the quilt kits this week, we have, let's see if I get this right, it is Stripes and Stars, not Stars and Stripes, which is what I wanted to say. And this is by Lumen Fabrics, and this is actually, this should have been out before now. This is going up for the 250th anniversary of the United States, which is only a short 4 weeks away. So it's a small quilt, so it probably won't take very long. And then finally, and we'll take a field trip out in the store to see it, we have just a regular collection, no quilt kit, called Mousin Around. And that's exactly kind of what it is. It's a lot of cute little mice, kind of a retro theme, outdoor theme type fabric collection. And we'll take a look at that here in a few minutes. And let's move on. Okay, it's time for the panel of the week. And this is obviously kind of getting into the July 4th theme. You want to talk about it and why I hide, Amber?
Sure. This is a 36-inch panel by Hoffman. This one goes in a lot of themes, really. It's got the red truck. We've got some doggies in there. The red, white, and blue buntings. There's a barn in the background. It's got a quilt on it. We have a horse and a tree swing, some flowers. So this is perfect for summer or your farm themes or just anything you can think of.
Okay, we're here talking now about the notion of the week, and this is the highlight pattern. This is a paper piece pattern, but we have plenty of other patterns of the paper piecing pattern. And Amber, I'll turn it over to you to explain paper piecing.
Sure. So we've shown you several kits in the last couple weeks that are paper piecing patterns that are the whole kit, the pattern and all the fabrics. But we do have quite a large selection of just patterns by Quiltworks. Most of these are Judy Niemeyer patterns. We also have some Jacqueline DeYoung patterns too. So you can find
the whole wall of them here in the store. So it's
on top of the pegboard wall here, we have all these, and these all come with all your paper. You see how thick that is? They come with all the papers you need for the paper piecing patterns. But I wanted to focus this week on this one because it's a cute little one. It's called Watermelon Placemats, and it's a set of 6 that you make individually, and then if you lay them out all together there, it makes a cute table topper for the middle of your table where you see the whole watermelon slice. But individually, they're each, if you can see it there, it's just a square and it shows a piece of the watermelon. And I don't know, looking at this one earlier today, I think you could do this in some kind of a sunflower one too. When you look at the colors, it's hard to see that, but the shape of it there with the pieces, I think if you did that in the fall, like fall colors, the browns and the orangey yellows, I think you could get a sunflower out of that, and I think that would be really cool to do too.
Okay, we're going to take a closer look at the quilt kit associated with the Stripes and Stars collection, and here's the main panel in that collection. Hide again, Amber.
You can see this one is really focuses on the 250th. It says 250th, 4th of July, 1776 to 2026. And this is a different kind of style than we've seen on some of the other fabric collections that we've had this summer. It's got a patchwork print that has a smaller piece that looks like the panel, little bits of all the different fabrics in the collection, just all together in that. Let's take a closer look here. We've got some stars, we've got some flags with some fireworks, we've got a bandana paisley kind of print, we've got stars in a blue background. I think it's not in the kit, but this one also has a white background with colored stars on it. We've got a small floral here in the red, white, and blue. And then the same paisley in the cream color. So this is a really lovely collection that's just a little bit different than all the others we've seen. This quilt kit is called Triptych. You can see it uses the panel in the middle, a couple of pieces of this patchwork type fabric, and then several squares of the others down below. So it's a really graphic type quilt, and it says a confident beginner versatile quilt pattern. And again, this makes, what does it make? A 66 by 71 quilt. So a good throw size, or hanging, a wall hang. This would make a lovely wall hanging or cuddle up on the couch.
Even Bigfoot gets chilly. Ah.
Okay, we're going to take a closer look at this new collection that I referred to earlier as Mousin Around. Amber, you want to describe it?
Sure. This is by Hoffman. This is one of the main prints. It's just a cute little collection with some mice. There's a goose. I think there's a little frog here. He's got like a swimsuit on or something. There's some vintage campers, some flowers. Just very whimsical and fun. This print comes in both black and white. And then there's another print with some more mice, and they're doing kind of a little juggling act with some cheese. You can see there's some planets, some shoes. The goose is in there again, and some fish. It's just very silly and charming at the same time. Then there's a very large floral print that goes with it, and a smaller floral that has the black background, but some of these colors and flowers from the smaller prints are in there. And then lastly, there's this final print, and this one calls it Feathers, and you can kind of see them in this main print here. So it's just a repetition of it and ties all the different pieces together.
All right, so that'll wrap up this week at Fabric Utopia, and all of these, as usual, are either available in our Goshen store or on our website, fabricutopia.com. See you next week.